encourage everybody to do their own research. Everything in my video was found on a public domain. Welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Lots of love and many blessings your way. Hey, you guys, for legal purposes, and I don't want my channel being taken down and they're going around taking them down, I have to say, please do your own research. All of this is speculation. You can decide for yourself. I want to say thank you to everyone who's contributed to my channel, especially this story. Thank you very much. You know, the rumor's always been that Doria spent some time in prison. I cannot find any facts on that at all. No records, nothing. And she goes by about 4 different aliases. And so even under all of those weird names, I can't find a thing about prison. But I do know at one point in her life, or Megan's childhood, she ran off with a yogi master. Samantha moved out on her own when Megan was 6. And she would help her dad out with Megan. And in between, Doria would pop up and take Megan to go see her mother in Ohio. And she just simply was passed around. Doria was just back and forth a lot. When Megan turned 12 or 13, she moved in with Samantha. Samantha, of course, was doing her own thing in Hollywood, trying to make a name for herself and going to school. She had, she has several degrees. One of them's a bachelor's in criminology, and she has a master's in psychology. Samantha from there went on and got married. She always had Megan with her. She had the 2 children from the first husband. His name is Earl Hale. A son and a daughter. I'm not sure if the son does anything, but I know her daughter's an attorney. What was told to me was her high school sweetheart, not her college sweetheart, is who she became pregnant by. There's a couple of pictures that you can tell she's clearly pregnant, and she's very young. Samantha knew that Megan had always wanted a life in show business, and she agreed to take on this child and raise her as if she was her own. By this time, Samantha had already been divorced from Earl Hale and remarried to a man named Scott Rasmussen. Scott Rasmussen, even though the marriage didn't last that very long, agreed to give this child his last name and planned on raising it together with Samantha. Of course, they divorced, but Scott Rasmussen still stayed in the child's life. She even lived with Scott Rasmussen for quite some time. It was a super quick marriage, but at least the man held up, true to his end of the bargain. This little girl grew up with quite so many problems. She had so much bitterness in her heart and anger that she even wrote a letter saying she had sold her soul to Satan. And it seemed sort of like a jab towards her ethnicity that she would join a Nazi group, but that's at one point what she did when she was very young. The little girl and Samantha have never gotten along. In fact, when she wasn't at Scott Rasmussen's place, she was staying with her maternal grandmother, Samantha's mom. Several months ago, the grandmother and Noelle were on this crusade to smear Samantha and Thomas Markle's name, telling everybody not to believe them, that Megan was an extremely special person, and that she took time with her personally growing up, always reading books with her, just painted this rainbows and butterflies. And I, at the time, I just didn't see what was right in front of my face. When Noelle was a teenager, she actually pressed charges through CPS against Samantha for abuse, emotional and physical, and had herself removed from her care just because Samantha was trying to guide her on a straight path. I do understand the frustration that Samantha must feel. I get it 100%. Do I agree with how she's behaved since all of this has happened? Not with everything, but I've never been in that position, so I can't say how I would react. But the frustration would be, this woman has tripled up on her workload to allow Megan to go forward with her hopes, dreams, and goals. And once those were met, you're supposed to come back and show a little gratitude and pick up your responsibility and handle it like a grown-up. And Megan just has not done that. So I do understand the frustration level that Samantha is under. And it would, Lord, it'd tear me up. I'd be so mad. I've noticed since the baby has arrived, more and more people are waking up. And this is just another thing that goes against Megan. It's going to end up biting her really bad in the end of all of this. I want that book out. I want to know what's in that book or those books. And I'm praying that they do come out. And I really hope that they don't buy Samantha's silence. But I kind of have a feeling they just may. There's always a method to their madness. It never ends. So much, it never ends. Anyway, it's almost Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. You guys stay safe and be blessed.